What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling out there? What it do, baby? What it do? We ain't been live on here in a few days, I think. So I said, let's get going today. Make sure y'all pull up, tap in, let me know where y'all are coming in from, as we normally do, and then we're gonna get this thing rocking this night. He said, my guess is Rui Hachimura or DeAndre Ayton. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. The Commonwealth of Dominica, what up? Fear of God, what's good? Philly in the building, San Diego in the building, Fort Lauderdale in the building. Welcome in from Fort Lauderdale. Good to have y'all here. Good to have y'all here. Good to have y'all here. Also, I got not a major announcement. I got an announcement. Philly, Dominican Republic, Texas. So after much deliberation on our side, we finally came to the conclusion that we're going to be posting all of our political content on my other channel called Here's What I Think. I've pinned it to the top. Some people liked it that we were posting it on Dreamers Pro. Some people didn't like it. So if you want to watch our political videos, make sure you sign up to that video, to that channel. It's only going to be posted there from now on. So if you want to hear what I got to say about Stephen A. Smith and what's going on with the elections and all whatever the year that's coming up and blah, 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 make sure you guys sign up to that channel. We got a pin to the top. You will not see it on Dreamers Pro channel. So make sure y'all do that. Anyway, Somalia, what else we got? Baldwin Hills, H-Town, OKC in the building. Appreciate the subscribe. Madison, Wisconsin. I love Charles, my boy. Put your line up, never razor sharp. Ayo, man, like the thing is, man, like my barber, he doesn't use a blade to cut my hair, so I don't get a chance to really get those sharp lineups. And he's like a super young kid, man, but he just stays right up the street from me. So, and the haircuts are not expensive, so I just manage. DMV, but appreciate the look. DMV, Alaska, Chicago. All right, so let me get into this, man. Let me get into this again before we get this live started. We will not be posting the political content on this channel. So if you guys want to see that, not you guys. Some of y'all want to see it. We have it. We're going to be posting it on my other channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to that if you're interested. So you won't be seeing that on the main channel. Just wanted to kind of demarcate everything. All right, cool. So we got some news coming out of Lakerland. Now, coming into this season, there was one particular player that I was a little bit unsure about whether or not he was going to be the proper fit for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that player was DeAndre Ayton. I said all throughout the season, this is even before LeBron returned, I said that DeAndre Ayton, the one thing I don't like about him is that he is an inconsistent rebounder. Some nights he would have 15 points, 18 points, and 2 rebounds. And some people will be focusing on his points. And I'm like, no, you're the biggest player on the floor for the Lakers. You have to be a better rebounder. And to me, that speaks to your concentration, your mental focus going into the game, and really understanding your role on the team. And recently, DeAndre Ayton made some news where he was complaining about the lack of touches, right? The lack of touches that he was getting, and DeMarcus Cousins called him out. So I want to post this. This is from basketballnews.com. I want to post this in the comment section. We're going to read that, and then we're going to read the other report that we got for you guys. So we just posted that there. And this says, DeMarcus Cousins slams DeAndre Ayton for whining about Lakers' role. DeMarcus Cousins criticized DeAndre Ayton after the Lakers lost to the Spurs, calling out his complaints about not getting enough touches and urging him to accept his role. Cousins said Ayton was not signed to be a scorer and should focus on rebounding, effort, and playing within a star-led offense. He then continues on. Speaking with running back, the show, Cousins sent a clear message to the Lakers center, saying that complaining will not help his place in the league. He said, "Stop complaining, stop whining. That's that's what kind of puts you in the situation you are now in your career. He then goes on to say, you have to realize no team in the NBA is signing you to be a scorer. They're not going to drop the ball down there. No ISO on you on the block. If you want to go get more shot attempts, pick up the effort on the boards, he explained. There's not a big man that's more athletic, more mobile in this league to where you can't go get 5-6 offensive rebounds a game. So this is the news. Well, this is DeMarcus Cousins calling out DeAndre Ayton. Now we got another update here that I want to share from you guys. And this is from Lakers 8. And it says, not the answer. The Lakers reportedly don't view DeAndre Ayton as their long-term answer at center. His energy has been questionable the past few games. He's received criticism for it. Now, I want to play what Coach J.J. Redick had to say about him.
Like he's getting the ball. There's some stuff I think we had to clean up versus the shock for him to just be more available. But I'd say it boils down to that.
Who's that on?
It's on everybody. We tried to run an ATO for him. That was one of the ATOs we didn't run correctly. There's opportunities for him to duck in at times, and he's not being active. There's opportunities for us to hit him when he does duck in. We're not hitting him. That to me, it comes down to, is he going to be, active and engaged and, assertive? I think the trust level from the passer builds off that. He's frustrated.
Now, I also want to share another report here that we got. It says, why J.J. Redick benching DeAndre Ayton during the game confirms the Lakers' stance on his future. And I want to read a little bit. It says, the Los Angeles Lakers extended their winning streak 111-103 over the New Orleans Pelicans, but one moment from the game drew more attention than the final score. Head coach J.J. Redick's second quarter substitution of DeAndre Ayton may have said more about the team's long-term plans than any post-game interview. J.J. Redick sent DeAndre Ayton a message with a mid-game benching. The turning point came midway through the second quarter when Ayton failed to box out on a missed free throw, allowing Trey Murphy to grab an offensive rebound and finish an N1 play. Redick's frustration was immediate, pulling Ayton from the game in favor for Jackson Hayes. So, what are my thoughts about this? For those of y'all that have been following this channel this season, y'all know that I've not been a fan of Ayton at all. I just feel like for his size, he's not active enough around the rim. There's no reason this guy shouldn't be averaging a double-double. And on many occasions, Ayton gets out-rebounded by the forwards and the guards on his own team. I've seen nights when Luka out-rebounds him. I've seen nights when Reeves out-rebounds him. I've seen nights when LeBron James has out-rebounded him. So to me, I think Reeves should definitely Ayton should definitely be a piece the Lakers are looking to move, if not at the trade deadline at the end of the season, because I don't believe they're going to go anywhere with him. That's number one. Number two, his lack of maturity. I don't know if y'all saw, but there's like a picture online, and I don't know if it's true, but there's like, if it's real, rather, there's a picture online where he's like with an OnlyFans model and he has her bent over and he got that like stupid look on his face. And I'm like, yo, did Son post this on the internet? For those of you who remember, that was one of the major issues with him in Phoenix, his maturity. They said that he struggled with maturity and professionalism. So to me, you don't need a player like that. The other reason why I think that he's not the right fit was when JJ went out there and made those comments to to the media. Ayton said, oh, y'all bought into that? That's what you're going to say about your head coach? And this is when the Lakers were losing. And Ayton said, and I think I said it on one of those lives, maybe some people remember, some don't. Ayton was like, there's no problems in LA. He goes, if we're winning, it's all good. If we're losing, it's all good. You have nothing to complain about. You playing for the Lakers. You in Los Angeles. And I'm like, the minute I heard that, I'm like, they got to get rid of this dude. They got to get rid of this dude. He's not going to be the guy going into the future. Ayton looks like somebody that's just happy to be there. And if you're complaining about the lack of touches, bro, you clearly don't understand your role on this team. The Lakers have 3 or 2.5 bona fide scorers on the team in LeBron, Luka, and Reeves. And here you are talking about you need more touches. Who's supposed to be getting you those touches? You better roll hard to the rim and run back after you get a rebound and try to sprint through the floor. Maybe somebody hits you on a fast break. Ain't nobody going to be running those sets for you. What are you talking about? Somebody said, who should they get? That's a good question because I haven't really sat down and looked at who's available and who they would need. For sure, it has to be somebody that can at least be averaging a double-double. Let me look at the NBA league leaders in rebounding. NBA, let me see, league leaders, rebounds, lead. I haven't looked at it. Leaders, rebounds. Let me see who's leading the league in rebounds this season. Obviously, they can't get Nikola Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns. They can't get any of those guys. They would need somebody. I know it would be impossible to get somebody like this. But let me just see here. Let me see the full list. Let me see. I think the Lakers would do really well with a piece like Ivica Zubac. Like an Ivica Zubac would really help them. Now, obviously, the Clippers are not going to trade Ivica Zubac, but someone like that. Someone that understands his role. He's not going to complain about getting touches. He understands that once in a while he'll get a post up here and there, but his main job is to clean up the glass, play defense, help finish off plays at the defensive end of the floor. Play with a lot of Sabonis, but I don't think they can get Sabonis is like damn near an all-star caliber player, and I don't think it's not equal value. You can't move that guy to get Sabonis. You know, it just they're not of equal value. You know, somebody that can just really control the glass, and Ayton doesn't do that. Unfortunately, he has all of that height, and he does nothing with it. You know, he does nothing with it. And I mean, guys, look at this. Luka Doncic averages more rebounds than Ayton. Josh Hart averages more rebounds than Ayton. Like, that's crazy to me. I'm looking at the top rebounders in the NBA. He's not only is he not in the top 10, he's not even in the top 20, or maybe like an Evan Mobley. If the Lakers had like a player like an Evan Mobley, now you're talking. Now you're talking. But unfortunately, they don't have that. Nurkic. Yeah, the only issue I have with the Nurkic is his speed and his athleticism around the rim. That's my only thing. Right? That's my only thing. Now, if you had somebody, if Nurkic was more like a Marc Gasol, then I can understand that. Because Marc Gasol, especially when he was in his prime or towards the later years in his career, especially when he was with the Raptors, he was a very, very skilled guy around the paint. Robert Williams, yeah, they tried to get him, but that didn't go down. So for the people coming in, this is the update here. The Lakers reportedly don't view DeAndre Ayton as their long-term answer at center. His energy has been questionable the past few games, and he's received criticism for it. And even the Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has criticized it. Yeah, they're not getting Isaiah. Lakers ain't getting Isaiah Stewart, man. He says, you doing what LeBron fans did, blaming a number one pick. How much help does Luka need? No, look. No. Ayton is clearly underperforming. People were looking at his scoring. No, I'm looking at his rebounding. The Lakers did not get Ayton to be a scorer, so I didn't care about his rebounding. I mean, his scoring. I didn't care. That's number one. Number two, he's very, very inconsistent. And when you're on a team playing with this amount of offensive firepower, you got to understand they didn't bring you there to score the ball. And so for the simple fact that he's complaining about a lack of touches, that already tells me that he doesn't really understand why he's there. He doesn't understand why he's there. Another thing, and I'm not judging, but I just got to keep it a bean with y'all. Another thing that made me realize that son may not be serious is his hair. Y'all may think it's crazy what I'm saying. When I looked at this dude and I say, yo, did this dude really just color his hair tangerine or something like that? I'm like, nah, this dude, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's going into your mind right now that you would do that? There's something about it that just seems so kind of like childish to me. It just came off. It's not like a Ron Artest when Artest did it, but you already knew. Like something about Ayton and given his history. When I looked at his hair, then I looked at his face, and then I heard his voice. I'm like, nah, this dude don't look too serious to me, man. He don't look too serious to me. Miles Turner, that'll be a steal. I don't think the Lakers can get him. If they can, I mean, go ahead, but I don't think they will. Nick Claxton will do it, yes. A Nick Claxton, yes. These are the guys we're talking about. So when I saw that, let me tell y'all something. So I got a joke for y'all. Speaking about people that notice people, I'll read this real quick. Maury said, the bottom line is they need to get rid of Ayton. I agree. LeBron. Okay, LeBron. I didn't bring up LeBron yet, so they bringing him up. So don't get at me if we start cooking. He said, the bottom line is they need to get rid of Ayton, LeBron, and Bronny. They will be the future downfall of this team. JJ Redick needs to watch his back too. Appreciate the comment. Well, LeBron is not going to be there beyond this season. By the way, speaking of LeBron for a second, about him not being there, I saw some creators talking about the Lakers need to move on from LeBron James, or some LeBron fans saying LeBron needs to leave the Lakers, right? The people that were saying the Lakers need to send LeBron home and all of that was because of what he said at the last game. Remember, he didn't play in the game against San Antonio, where he was like, I'm 41 and y'all don't expect this. Basically telling the media that y'all are not going to see me for the next game, right? And some people kind of got pissed off about that. I really didn't because it's not like as if he didn't miss the first part of the season to sciatica. A lot of people don't think that was a real thing. So that didn't really piss me off. Then you got some LeBron fans saying LeBron needs to leave the Lakers because they don't respect him. They don't value him, right? So some people feel that. But in terms of what the gentleman said here, Maury, LeBron is leaving at the end of the season anyway. It's over. Like, he's not going to be here at the end of the season. So it's not much to fret over LeBron. Like, he won't be here by the end of the season. He won't. Whether the Lakers make the playoffs, miss the playoffs, win the championship, lose in the first round, second round, it doesn't matter. The only way LeBron would be in LA beyond this season is if the Lakers won the championship. That would be the only way. That would be the or unless he negotiated some very, very, very small contract to stay with the Lakers, which I don't think LeBron would do. Right? He got a no-trade clause. Well, no, in this case, he's a free agent at that point. His contract expires. So he's a free agent. So the Lakers can offer him a contract. It could be a small one. Will he accept it? No. And speaking of that, just a quick update. So I was watching a video about Rich Paul, that damn Rich Paul. And excuse me if I'm like stuttering and everything. I'm extremely lightheaded. Right? I'm extremely lightheaded. So we family, so I can hip y'all up to the game. So I was at the barber shop the other day. No. This was before Christmas, right? And I'm trying to get myself back into like shape and all of that. And it's like my fitness journey has been like an off and on thing. There are times when I was super fit. There were times when I was super chubby or whatever. So I was like looking for little things to kind of get me back, like to get me mentally back in shape, right? Kind of like lock in. So I put my picture of myself when I was slim on my screensaver. I'm going to show it to y'all in a second. And my barber, he's like walking by, setting up to start to cut my hair. And he looks at the picture on my phone. He taps the screen so it will brighten up. And he says, you are never going to get back to that to that shape, right? That's what he told me. He's like, you're never going to get back to that shape. So let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the picture he was talking about. Some of y'all not going to believe it. This ain't AI. This was actually me when I was slimmer. So this is the picture of me right here, right? That's me when I was slimmer, right? Some of y'all see it. Some of y'all don't see it. Whatever. That's me. So I got kind of like, okay, we gonna have to, so I got this whole diet thing together. So I've been doing something that I didn't do before. Because when I lost weight the first time, I was doing like intermittent fasting, keto, and a lot of exercise, right? So this time, I'm doing something a little bit different. So I'm only eating like broccoli and either chicken and fish, and that's it. No rice, no bread, just water, and that's it. For lunch and dinner, the same thing, broccoli and this, right? So tonight I was having my dinner and I was starving. I just wanted to put a little bit of rice, like brown rice. And I was like, nah, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You got to prove these mother effers wrong. So this was my plate. I had the broccoli, I had little pieces of meat, little pieces of chicken, and I got 2 boiled eggs, right? Yo, I swear, halfway through this meal, I almost like vomited, man. It's like I couldn't even chew anymore. I just stopped chewing immediately. Like I couldn't do it. My wife looked at me and like I couldn't do it. So I'm like, I didn't really eat much today. I'm a little bit lightheaded, so that's the reason why I'm stuttering. But I gotta show these people that I can get back in shape, man. I gotta show them. Your boy gotta show them. I gotta get back in shape. That they trying to play me and make it seem like your man can't get back in shape. Y'all are not gonna believe it, but this was your man, bro. This was your man. This was me. This was your man right here. This was me. This was me. So I gotta get back on my ground. We're gonna see if it's gonna work or not, but we'll see. But anyway, he said his AI. He said his AI. Anyway, so let's get back into it. He said his AI. Yo, that's funny. He said his grok. Nah, man, I used to be slim, son. I used to be slim, man. I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened, man. I used to be slim. I think what happened was, this was your boy right here, man. I used to be very slim. So what happened was when I moved out to Nigeria, man, the food and everything is totally different. It's so the carbs are out of control and all of that. He said, nice Photoshop. That's funny. But anyway, let's get back to the live, man. Let's get back to the live. So y'all just keep motivating me, man. Keep motivating me. I'm doing my best. I'm trying my best. But anyway, that boy eating a Carlton Banks place, son, it was horrible. It was horrible. I don't know if anybody's dieting right now, but it's hard. It is very, very hard to diet. Y'all know. No, I say Abuja. No. It's very, very hard, man. It's very hard. So, yeah, man. So that's the update. Yeah, so in terms of LeBron, man, y'all ain't got to worry about LeBron. And Bronny doesn't play at all right now. I don't think Bronny's going to be there Bronny doesn't play now. So the likelihood, the most likely thing to happen is Bronny signed a 3 or 2 year contract, 2 or 3 year contract with the Lakers. When Bronny's contract expires, they're not going to extend Bronny. They're not going to extend him. And if they did, I will be shocked if they did. So the whole Bronny thing, I just don't see it as something like. I think the circus will end when LeBron finally leaves. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So I was watching a video of Rich Paul, and they were talking about LeBron needing to retire. Rich Paul says he hopes LeBron doesn't retire. He says he hopes LeBron keeps playing for years and years and years. And I said, of course you do. That's your number one client. The more LeBron keeps making $50, $60 million a year, you benefit from. Of course you want LeBron to keep playing. Of course you want LeBron to keep playing. Of course you do. Of course you do. So, look, man, y'all ain't got to worry about LeBron. The circus is going to come to an end. Some people are even saying, I saw Jeff Teague say that if LeBron James is not on the All-Star team, they should cancel All-Star Weekend. Jeff Teague said that. He said if LeBron doesn't make the All-Star team, they should cancel the All-Star game. I don't even know what be possessing these dudes to say what they say, bro. I really don't understand. So if LeBron doesn't make the team, they need to cancel the whole. So people don't get to see Wemby, Nikola Jokic, Giannis, Luka, the people that receive the most votes. Yeah, we're not going to see any of them because LeBron didn't make the game. And do I think LeBron is going to be an all-star this year? I think they'll find a way to get him on there. Honestly. Right? But LeBron has made it clear he doesn't want to play, man. Like, I don't think he wants to play. And even if they make LeBron an all-star, do you think he's going to play? LeBron is 41 years old. Do you think he actually wants to play? I don't think he's going to play. And if he plays, he'll probably play like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't think he wants to play. I just think that he wants to have all-star on his record. But to play? No, I don't think that's going to happen. Clutch like DBO. Charles, check out Diary of a CEO. Okay, I know the guy. I know who you're talking about. Diary of a CEO, yes. There are a few scientists and doctors that give great breakdowns on fasting and keto diets. You could get back down to Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, I don't eat breakfast. I just drink coffee. So I'm never really hungry. The part that gets me is rice. Not really bread. It's rice. And y'all know rice is like the carbs in rice are out of control, right? So you eat 1 plate, 1.5 plates, you done gobble down so much rice. So it's the carbs I have to cut out. So I don't eat any carbs, or I'm supposed to be having a cheat meal in like I don't know, 2 days or something like that. Rice is what gets me. That's the one that gets me. So I try to stay away from that. Rice and stew. Yeah, it's just the rice. And the worst part is dieting around people that are not dieting. That's the worst part. That is the worst part. Imagine eating this, right? Let me show y'all for the people that just came into the live. Let me show y'all what I've been eating the last few days. So imagine eating this, right? This is what you're eating, right? This is what you're eating. And then the person sitting right next to you is having a goosey soup. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's happening. Or pancakes with sausages and eggs. No lie. And what my wife does, because she thinks it's helping me, she just sits further away, like as if that will make it easier for me. Instead of sitting right next to me, she sits a little bit further away, as if to say, like, I'm not smelling this food. Because she feels like if she sits right next to me, it will distract me. Not the smell, not the fact that I want to eat it. So this is what you're dealing with, man. This is what you're dealing with. What can you do? Been there, man. Greens and protein while the other person getting down on some pop. Bro, it's hard, man. It's hard. We need DeAndre Ayton to be on the Nets. Nets, Jason Williams. My daughter, Sky, says hi. Hi to her. She's 9 years old. Hi to her, King. George. Yeah. Kanoa's excellent. I can't do it. Now, Marco. Oh, I don't know if y'all seen Marco. So Marco is like a fitness, like he's really into fitness. Marco has a talent of eating shit that doesn't taste, that has no taste. He has like a superpower to eat food that has no taste. Somebody just mentioned quinoa. Have you tasted quinoa? Have you tasted that food? Or is it quinoa, the one like looks like the little flat seeds? Bro, it is horrible. This dude will sit down and have a bowl, a big ass bowl of salad, tomatoes, quinoa, pelt, mix it all together with a little bit of oil and eat it. And just eat it. Like I don't know how people do it. Bro, I can't stand quinoa, man. Whoever made it for you ain't making, bro. So Marco always been in shape. So when we was in college, he always used to get him out, yeah, Marco always been in shape, man. So yeah, for those of y'all who ain't seen Marco, that's Marco right there. So son has always been in shape. So yeah, we're doing our best. 2026. We'll see how it goes. He said this sounds good to me. You can get there, but it takes time. You start seeing food as macros and not something to be enjoyed. Bro, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it tomorrow, but cook quinoa with coconut oil and nice fatty oil, and it's good. Yeah, it just I don't know, just the texture of it. I just try to do my best, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I want to prove them wrong. I got some bets with some people. I want to prove them wrong, man. Zubak. Yeah, Zubak, somebody like that. But anyway, guys, man, appreciate you guys for being a part. I know y'all are not up here to hear about dieting and all of that. I'm sure y'all are not interested in that. So I don't want to bore you guys with that. I've never heard it pronounced like that before. I don't remember the actual pronunciation of it. It's Kanoa or something like that. I don't remember the pronunciation. Ohio games was good, fam. Thoughts on AD being out, bro? AD, man, AD. What are we gonna do with AD, man? What are we gonna do with AD? AD is out for, I think, a ligament in his hand. Like, what are we gonna do with AD? What are we gonna do with AD, man? It's just so unfortunate, man. It's so unfortunate. It's a damn shame, bro. He said put AD out the patch. Yeah, it's bad. He said 3 to 4 month injury. Really? AD gonna be out for 3 to 4 months for that? I didn't look at how long he's going to be out for, but don't tell me he's going to be out for that long. I didn't look at the timeline. The Memphis Grizzlies have agreed to trade. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard about that. The Memphis Grizzlies are looking to trade. What's his name? John Morant. And to be honest with y'all, man, to be real with y'all, Ja doesn't look like he even wants to be there. Even when you watch him play, you could tell that Ja is not really moving at that Ja speed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they would trade him to. I don't know. I just feel like Ja needs to be traded to like maybe a program that will really help him lock in, man. Like really, really help him lock in. Because clearly they didn't do that in Memphis. Part of that is also in the organization, man. I feel like they didn't do a good job of really not nurturing him, but like helping him grow in that organization off the court as well. Look at what San Antonio does with his players, right? Look at what San Antonio does. I feel like Memphis didn't do that. And I think he needs to go to like a very strong program. Maybe like the Miami Heat or something like a team like that. It may be too rigid for Ja, but sometimes a situation like that can actually help you train your mind to be focused and really extract the best out of you. Because clearly he doesn't want to be there. Now, obviously, Miami, has a lot of temptations and all of that. Although I've never been to Miami, I've been to Orlando. But I feel like if he's in an organization like that, where they're very regimented, I don't feel like Ja could overpower Heat culture. So Ja needs to go to somewhere that has a very strong culture in place. San Antonio, the Heat, Detroit. Well, they got a strong culture. And you know what? I don't know about Detroit. Ja may go to Detroit and try to turn into like a goon, bro. Like, nah. Because they already on goon time. Them dudes is already ready. And the last thing you need is to be over there with these guys that's always ready to go. I don't know if that's the right. The Detroit Pistons is like a bunch of hooligans, man. I don't think that's the team he needs to go to. Seriously, Ja gonna turn into a goon on that team. Seriously, because that's what they're all about. Literally, Detroit, man. Those guys over there, man. Those guys, they are really living up to. They're really living up to that gritty reputation that their championship teams have had, and the reputation that they have of being a Detroit Piston. They're really living up to it. I mean, Isaiah Stewart gets a lot of the headlines, but even Cade Cunningham, it's the whole team, bro. It's the whole team. Him and Stewart. Oh no, yeah, I think he would do well in like Miami, man. But then again, that's just me. And who knows if Ja wants to go to like a Miami? Who knows? I don't know. Detroit has a great coach. Yes, they do. Pat Riley would not mess with Ja and deal with his gun issues despite being a stand your ground state. Yeah, I just feel like I don't feel like they would try to change him. I just feel like once he goes into a place where he knows there's a culture and a strong culture, you can't really mess around. And I think that would help somebody like that where he's coming from a place where he didn't have that. I'm talking about Memphis now, where he didn't have that. And Ja is one of the more interesting stories when you look at an NBA player because Ja didn't necessarily come from the hood, at least from what we know. So it's surprising to see why he always on like thug mode. It's really, really surprising. It's almost like as if he's trying to prove something to somebody. Like I that's the part I don't understand. I can understand if you grew up in areas like that, then you can kind of understand it because it's part of your nature, it's part of you. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't really explain John Moran, man. I can't explain that part of him. Do you think Braun will go to the Cavs? What team would even want LeBron? Also, Isaiah is still mad over Dream Team cut. He forgets his own coach, Coach DT. Yeah, so we did a show on Isaiah Thomas to answer that first part. In terms of LeBron going back to Cleveland, here's the thing, guys. It comes down to math. LeBron is making $52 million this year with the Lakers. $52 million. Okay. Cleveland already has 2 max players. You can't have 3. So, in order for LeBron to go to Cleveland, he would have to take way less money. Way less money. The question now becomes, will he be willing to do that? Now, does it make the most sense for him historically? For his career and all that? Yes. Storylines and all? Yes. But is he willing to go from earning $52 million to 8 or 7? Because that's the biggest question. LeBron is a max player. Is he going to do that? I don't know. I'll be shocked if he does. I would really, really be shocked if he does. That's the big question. Because I don't know who's looking to pay a 42-year-old at that point $50 million or give him a 2-year contract for $50 million, like 100. You're going to give a 42-year-old $100 million, $90 million, $88 million for 2 years? Are you going to do that? I don't know. And also from an organizational standpoint, if you feel like you're on the cusp of winning a championship and this guy could potentially help you get there, then yeah. But then you also have to look at the history between LeBron and the Cavs. They've had a kind of like love, hate relationship. That's a fact. He went there, was all hugs and kisses. He left, they was burning his jersey. He went back there. So I don't know the relationship LeBron has with Cleveland. A lot of young players are insecure, so they fake the funk like most rappers. Bro, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Bro, I don't understand it. I don't know why you would be going around putting that kind of energy out there. Like, I just don't know. Like, these dudes don't know that the more you do that, it's like putting up the bat signal in the sky because people are going to test you. So why you would put yourself in these kind of situations, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It makes no sense to me, bro. I don't know. I can't explain that one for you guys. I just can't explain it. A part of the issue is he is in Memphis. Yeah, man, I heard Memphis is a pretty rugged place. I don't know. I don't want to generalize, but yeah. But I mean, if you go to Miami, you can get caught up in the wrong crowd. If you go to LA, play for the Lakers, you can get caught up in the wrong crowd. If you go to play with the Chicago Bulls, you can get caught. It comes down to the person. You know what I mean? It comes down to the person. How are you going to be moving when you're out here? Where are you going to be going? That comes down to you. Honestly, you can be in a city and not deal with any of the foolishness if you don't want to. Literally, you can just be cool, chill. You didn't got to do nothing crazy. Like, I don't know. Riding around with the gun and showing it in. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, man. I don't know. I really don't know what that's about. It's not like as if he doesn't have enough money to have armed security. So why would you be walking around like? It just makes no sense to me. I don't know. Cleveland will be stupid to sign LeBron James. If they're signing him for a minimum, for mid-level exception, then yeah. I mean, I think that works. But a max contract, that's not going to happen. Are you going to make a live about Anthony Davis injury, bro? We can't do a live about everything, man. We're taking it one at a time. The Thunder are getting their behinds beat. Who's whooping on the Thunder right now? Let me see. Who are the Thunder playing right now? Let me see. Let me pull up. Who are they playing? The Clippers are playing Celtics. Thunder getting beat. Let me see. Yeah, they down 14. Yeah, they down 14. They can still come back. Any Laker fans care about the bubble chip? Yeah, I don't think Laker fans care about that. The Lakers are playing tonight. Who are they playing? The Bucks. We shall see. Speaking of the Bucks, man, I don't understand Giannis. Let me talk about Giannis before we leave. I don't understand Giannis. Giannis seems like one of the most undecided people you could ever come across. One day he's like, I may be gone and this, and who knows what my future is. And then the next day is like, yeah, man, I want to be here forever and ever. I'm like, I don't know. Does Giannis want to be a Milwaukee Buck forever or not? Because if he does, I think he should just come out and say it and let this be the end of it. Because so many people are speculating whether or not I don't know. And I don't know what Giannis's legacy is going to look like if he stays in Milwaukee and he doesn't win another championship. He's already going to be a Hall of Famer. We know this already. But I think Giannis would need one more title to really solidify himself if he was to stay in one market. That's what I think. I think that if an NBA player spends their entire career with one team, they don't need as many titles to be viewed in a different light. I'll give you guys an example of what I mean. Look at LeBron for a second. If LeBron, hear me out. If LeBron had 2 or 3 titles with the Cavs, hear me now, and never left. So let's say LeBron started with the Cavs, been with the Cavs, right? And played all this time, but won 3 championships with the Cavs. I think he would be viewed more positively than he is now. This is my opinion. If LeBron had won 3 with Cleveland and stayed in Cleveland, he would be viewed more positively than he is now. That's what I think. There's something about staying there and finding a way to make it work. There's something about it. That ring that he got in 2016 is his most important ring. It's his most important ring. The one in LA doesn't really move people. It's that ring he had in Cleveland. So could you imagine if he won 3 rings in Cleveland? He would have a totally different career in terms of the perception of him. Because he can now turn around and say, I helped build a dynasty here. Can you imagine if LeBron won 4 rings in Cleveland? Can you imagine if all 4 of his rings were in Cleveland? He could stand up and say, I built a dynasty here. It would be a totally different thing. Somebody said he wouldn't have won one. Well, that's the thing. It would have been tough. That's why I'm saying he would have got more respect for it. If he did it in Cleveland, he would have got more respect for it. Look at KD who left. KD has 2 finals MVPs, but he doesn't have the respect. Can you imagine if KD had 2 finals MVPs and 2 rings with OKC? The way he would be viewed right now. Look at what that 1 ring in Golden State did for Stephen Curry. The last one, his 4th ring. Look at what that ring did for his legacy. Just that one ring. He already had 3, but that one ring that he got really being the man, it worked wonders for his so they said false bubble ring. You a hater. I'm not saying it's false. I'm just saying that nobody really counted like that. Indiana beating the hell out of Oregon. Kobe 3P wouldn't have gotten Kyrie. Yeah, I don't know how it would have worked, but I just feel like it would have helped his legacy more. Anyway, guys, man, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. I think I'm gonna call it a night with this one, man. Appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.